What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards everywhere here. Today we're going to be doing the grind for rank 2. I'm using a modified version of the Dirty Rat deck. I think the only real change I made is I put in Jet Car. So other than that, it is the same. The deck code will be down in the description. So we'll jump right in. I've been seeing a lot of Statue of Liberty decks this week. And a lot of Beowulf decks using the Statue of Liberty. It seems to be very, very popular. It is probably the best deck for this week. I haven't seen much else that have beaten me. The Ancient Egypt does come close. If they get a lucky hand, they can win, as our first round is a bit slow. But other than that, I am fairly happy with this week. There's a decent bit of variety. I am seeing some interesting stuff. It's just not that strong, so it is not winning the games. So that's about it for this week. So it looks like we have a bot for our first match. So hopefully we can get a quick win, so we can get maybe 3 games in. So there's our Grim Reaper, so we get that around first. So the Grim Reaper, the Fool, and Rannoch. So that is enough to get us in the lead. The bot looks to be playing a big stuff deck, so it'll be fairly limited on the energy. So we'll try and take advantage of that. So we'll get Shakespeare, Liberty, and Door for a almost 200 hand. That is enough to push us ahead. And we'll be able to get the Renaissance and Siege out of the hand next turn. We'll stick the Hierophant in front, just so we draw it quicker. Play Siege, and we'll play the Renaissance for 4/2/2. I don't think there's anything really to worry about this game. Especially with the high energy cards in the bot's deck. So we can play fairly casually, just throw down whatever we want, and it should be no issue. That's a bit high, so I guess I'll just go with this hand. We are missing out on a boost for the history. But again, it's not much to worry about, so we don't mind losing out on a few cards. So here we go, got Hand Fasting. We'll get the Brain around and Archangel just for the permanent boosts. The bot did play Jet Car, so that will put it on the back foot for the rest of the game, I think, with the minus 40 power return. And we are 250 ahead, so again, there is not much to worry about. I will probably save Identity Theft for the next round, and just go with a smaller hand this round. I think that will be enough. 259. More than enough. I am on the fence about whether they should improve the bot AI or not, because the bots do tend to play very good decks, but they don't play them well. So it could be an issue for some players if the bots start playing very, very well. So we go with the Identity Theft, the Fool, and Shakespeare for a 2/4/6 plus Identity's boost, and the Folio boost for almost 400. We shall be drawing our Door to Hell either this turn or next turn. It is this turn. So we'll go for a big hand for a 503 plus the Jet Car boost, and that will guarantee us the victory. So I think we can probably even do without playing any cards and we will win this round. But we will just throw them out just to be safe. So we've got Tower, Renaissance and Siege for a 404. Should be more than enough to win. And there we go. That was a nice easy game to start with. We'll see if we get a real opponent next time. So game 1 in the bag. We'll try and squeeze in 3 of them if we can. So we'll jump straight back into another game here. So what has everybody been playing this week? Let me know down in the comments. If you have any very good decks, don't be afraid to show the deck code. If I like the deck, I might even make a video on it, and I will give credit to you. I'm always up for new, more interesting ideas, especially on the albums that nobody sees very much, or the sets. I still have yet to make a paleo deck. I see the common Ice Age ones, but I'd be more interested in something like Fearsome Flyers or something less commonly seen. So if anybody has some good deck ideas for them, do show me. Looks like we got the same bot again, but that's okay. Nice, another easy game. So what do we get for this turn? So we get Identity Theft, Colonel and the Fool. Looks to be a Beowulf deck that the bot is playing. This could be a bit more difficult since our Identity Theft will be doing a lot less. And our Siege of Baghdad is also quite useless. But we'll see how we get on anyway. So we'll just go with our permanent boost cards. Hopefully it will be enough. So we are losing by a little bit. But the opponent also is struggling on energy, thanks to the Tetsudo formation. So I think Jetkar will be enough to get us the victory. So we'll go Archangel, the Jetkar, and the Renaissance for a 356 plus the boost. 516 altogether. It is enough to get the victory on round 1. So we will be playing at minus 40 power next round. But maybe we'll be able to get around it. So we have Grim Reaper, get the Statue, and Siege of Baghdad for a 267. It is enough to maintain the lead. We're both playing very close to the wire on the energy. But thankfully there is our Door to Hell. So we'll go for a nice big hand with the Handfasting, the Brain and the Door to Hell for a 383 plus the Handfasting boost. It is enough to maintain our lead. And the opponent's cards will be burning in hand, as will ours. But there is the tower, so we'll use that to our advantage. And we'll get rid of probably the Rat King. 204. Opponent has some boosts, but I think we still have it. Close, but we still have it. There is round 2 in the bag. And we're going into round 3. There is the Linux kernel again, so I think I will play the Hierophant first for a 312 plus the Linux and the Identity Theft boost. The opponent does have the Tetsudo formation again, so I will probably hold off on playing Jack card this round, as I think we might lose it. But I'll still get around our good cards just to draw them a bit earlier. So 355 there. A very strong turn from the opponent. Unless we get an extremely good hand, I will be holding off. I do not think that is good enough. So we play the Paradox, Statue and Magna Carta just to get them out of our hand. And next turn we'll have our Door to Hell and some very good cards. And the opponent will not have his Tetsudo boost. So we did lose round 3, but I think round 4 is a guaranteed win for us. So there's Hand Fasting and the Brain boost. So we just go with the Renaissance, Hand Fasting and Siege for a 4-8-3 plus the Hand Fasting boost. Next turn we shall be drawing our Door to Hell. And once we combine that with Jekkar and the Brain, I don't think the opponent will stand a chance of coming back. And there is the Tower as well, so we'll see what that boosts. I suppose I'll hold off on the Jekkar just in case, but I don't think we need to worry about it. And nice little boost from Rano Colony. And here we go. I think the Hierophant and the Rat King with... we don't have enough to play Jekkar, but I think this will be more than enough anyway. Yep. There is 2 wins in the bag. So we'll go for another game. Hopefully we get a real opponent this time. As you can see, the deck is very consistent. Even though we are playing against bots, we're having practically no trouble with them. We may need to give up one round now and again just to arrange our cards, but other than that, the deck has no problems. I've faced a few mirror matches. They'd be very close games. I usually do pull out the victory, but the odd time I would lose a game. Especially with a very close mirror match. I think the Beowulf deck is a bit stronger against this deck, since it reduces the power of our Identity Theft and our Siege of Baghdad. But against any regular deck that plays a lot of legendary cards, this deck will come out on top 9 times out of 10. Looks like we have another game against the same bot. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. But again, another easy victory, so we will take it. So we go Hand Fasting, Archangel and Identity Theft for a nice strong start. So it looks to be a Beowulf statue deck again. I'm not sure about the tungsten, as it does reduce the energy permanently, which I wouldn't be a huge fan of. I guess I'll just play the 2 cards for this turn. It is enough to maintain our victory, or maintain the lead. Only by a little bit, but we still have the Jekkar if we feel we need to use it. I don't think we will need to. There is Grim Reaper. So we go Grim Reaper and the Door to Hell. Very weak hand. I don't know. Oh, it looks like we have lost the first turn. But again, that's okay. As soon as we draw our Magna Carta, we'll be set for the rest of the game. So what have we got here? So we get the Fool, the Linux, and the Ranok. So we get a boost to our history and our arts and culture cards. Looks like the opponent had a bit of a stronger hand. But again, this deck builds up in power as the game goes on. There is Magna Carta. So we'll see if the tower is boosting anything of ours. No, it's not. So I think we'll play a weaker hand again. And if we get lucky next turn and the tower is boosting one of our cards, we might go all out with the jet car and the tower. So we'll just have to see what we draw here. So there's a nice big boost from our brain. So it is boosting one of his cards. So I think I will hold off on both and just play another weak hand. I'm not sure. No, I don't think we would have won if we played jet car. So what would it be? 60. No, we wouldn't have. So that is a-okay. Here we go into round 3. We do need to win from here on out. So I think I'll go jet car straight away. There is the reduced energy from the opponent again. They are playing Art Deco to counteract it, which is a fairly good idea. I'm still not a fan of Tungsten on its own. I'd still want other cards that would be doing the same thing. So we get the Tower, the Hierophant, and the Brain out. Maybe we'll hold off on the Tower and play Statue of Liberty just to get the boost to the other cards in the deck. So here we go. There is our Door to Hell. So another guaranteed win for us here. So we play Door to Hell, get the Fool out, and Identity Theft. We'll hold off on playing Grim Reaper as we don't want to draw it in the third round. There we have it. Round 3 in the bag. We just need to do that 2 more times. So as I was saying, this deck does struggle against the Beowulf mirror match. Unfortunately, that is boosting one of his cards. So we'll play the Renaissance, Linux, and Ranok for a 1/9/1. We are fairly far behind right now. So I am not sure if we can pull back this round. Hopefully we will be able to. Just need to get lucky with the tower to boost one of our own cards. There we go. So I think we'll go with this hand for a 5/8/3. Opponent also had a very strong hand. But I think we'll be drawing jet car this turn, so we might be able to pull back and win. I hope so. There it is. So I am going to play the jet car just to try and get the victory here. So there we have it. Round 4 in the bag. Hopefully we can do the same again in round 5 here. We will be getting our door to hell this round. We are playing at -40, which is not great. But we'll play our strongest hand we can for a 4-3-9. It is enough to get in the lead. And I believe we also set up our tower to draw it at the last turn of this round. There's door to hell. So we get the Fool, the Statue of Liberty, and the Grim Reaper out for a 4-8-8. It is enough to get a nice big lead. The Rhino colony will unfortunately be reducing our cards by a little bit. So we'll just have to hope that this is enough. It's not a fantastic hand, but it's the best I can do at the moment. We'll be getting the boost from the Lovers and his Pelagius. Very, very close, but we did it in the end. So there we have it, round 5. And 3 games in a row victory. So as you can see, the deck can perform very well. So I will leave the deck code in the description if you want to give it a try. And I think we'll leave it at that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the content. And I will catch you next time. Cards everywhere, out.